Hello guys and welcome to my channel. My name is Chika and in this tutorial I'll be sharing with you how I sewed this overbust corset. In my last video I went about the cutting of this piece I am putting on. I'll be leaving the link to that in the description box, so go ahead and check it out. Do to like and subscribe to this channel and let's get started. Alright guys, so with the pattern that I cut out in my last tutorial, I've used that to cut out my material pieces. I also used hairstay on this material pieces and on the lining pieces which I cut out for this too. Okay, so you can see that I left ½ inch allowance all around the pieces. Each and every piece I left ½ inch allowance all around. This ½ inch is what I'm going to be using to join the sides. Okay, so I'm going to start sewing the front pieces first and then I'll sew the back pieces. So I'm laying out the lining piece and I'm going to be starting with the material pieces. Okay, so just like they are labeled, we are going to place them right sides facing each other, just like you can see me doing. Okay, you're going to place it to the side. You're going to go ahead and pin that down just like I'm doing right now, and then you are going to sew on ½ inch. So now, just like I've pinned this side, I'm gonna head to pin the other side. I'm going to stitch down on ½ inch. So after stitching down on ½ inch, this is what I have. I'm going to be attaching the next piece to the sides, which is the belt C3. So I'm going to be placing that right sides facing each other, just like you can see me doing. You can go ahead and pin that down, right sides facing each other. Just go ahead and sew on ½ inch. So I'm also going to take my back piece, and just the same way they are labeled, I'm going to join both the material and the lining pieces. So after joining my pieces, this is what I have for my front bodies. I've gone ahead to iron that open and my buste area is already forming. You're going to see that when you're doing yours. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing to my back piece. I joined them just as they were aligned and I ironed the seams open. So we're going to be working on the lining piece of the front bodies right now, because this is where majority of the work is. So I'm working on the 3 middle pieces and I'll be leaving the side for later. I need to be padding these 3 middle pieces. So this is me placing it in the order which it's supposed to be. Okay, so I went ahead to cut out soft wording for the padding of this buste area. I cut out 2 for thickness. Okay, so if you have a thicker wording, you can just cut out 1, or you can even use multiple layers of hairstay. Okay, but this is what I have, so I'm using soft wording and I've cut that out 2 pieces, and I'm just going to be ironing that while leaving ½ inch all around for the sewing allowance. So now I've placed it, I've gone ahead to join it, and this is what I have. I have my allowance all around it. So now I'm just going to go ahead and place this the way it's meant to be joined. Okay, so I'm just going to place it right sides facing each other and I'll be sewing on ½ inch. After doing that, I'm going to attach the sides just like I've done to mine, and this is what I have. So after doing that, I went ahead to iron that. When I was ironing, I used this tailor's ham. So just make sure you're using your tailor's ham so that the cup area can be formed. Okay, so I got Reggiline boning, which I'm going to be using to cage this buste area. This Reggiline boning, it's just about ½ inch and it's one that you can easily sew on top. I'm going to be using my marker to illustrate the lines which we are going to be marking on. So the first one I'm doing is the middle line. Okay, a boning channel is going to run through there and it's going to run across it too, nipple to nipple, just like this. The next thing you want to take is from the side. So just like you can see me, just go ahead and curve those marks like that, and the boning is going to just be directly under your underbust, just as your underbust line actually. So you're going to go from the side and you're just going to connect with a curve all the way to your underbust line, just like you can see me doing. We're going to have boning channels running across. So your busty, you can go ahead and create more boning channels just across like I am explaining, just so the area is very caged. Okay, so this is my design boning. I'm going to show you guys how to sew this easily. I'm going to be doing that on every other seam too for better caging. So let's go ahead and do that. So for the Reggiline boning, the first thing I want to sew is the middle line. Okay, so for this, it's a boning that I can sew on top. So you're going to be sewing on both sides. Just try not to sew in the middle. Okay, so just sew on both sides. So once you take your length, you're just going to go ahead and cut it out at where you need it to be. Okay, so after cutting this out, I'm just going to place this on that same line that I have marked. Just go ahead and sew at the edge. Don't sew out of it and don't sew overlay inward to it. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and sew this on both sides. So just like I've done to this side, I'm going to repeat the same process on the other side. Alright, so after that, the next boning line I'm sewing is the one that cuts across the midpoint, and I'm just sewing it with the same method I used for the first regular line boning, okay? So you're going to sew on both sides, you're going to try to secure the edge, not sewing out of it and not sewing in the middle line, okay? So after I've done that, this is what I have. So the next one I'm going to be sewing is the one that cuts across to meet the underbust and the sides, okay? So I'm just going to be starting from the edge just like I'm demonstrating like this. So for your regular line boning, you're just going to be careful with this one. So this is it. You're not just going to be sewing from the starting point. You're going to leave about half inch just like I'm demonstrating. Do not push it to the starting point, okay? You're going to start about half inch. This half inch is so that you can use this half inch to turn the lining piece and the material piece together inside out. All right, I hope you get. Just make sure you're leaving that half inch or at least 1 inch above that point, so it's going to be seamless for you when turning this inside out. You're going to go ahead and take the same steps while covering your buste area very well so that it doesn't become flat. Okay, you're going to be taking the same steps and you're going to be sewing on both sides just like you can see me doing. Just make sure you're making the necessary adjustments so this does not become flat. So I'm just going to go ahead and repeat the same process on the other side. So the next boning cage I'm working on is the one that cuts across the nipple, okay? So for this, you have to be very careful, else it's going to become flat. So you're just going to try your best to sew by following the pattern which this curves, okay? So this is me bending this inward just to follow the curve of this material. So I'm placing my original boning this way and I'm just going to be sewing little by little. I'm going to be moving this little by little. So just go ahead and remove yours little by little while following the exact curve of this pattern. If you don't follow it this way, it's going to become flat. Just like we did to the other points, at this around the starting line, you're going to leave a little space there. You're just going to go ahead and cut your original line boning and make sure that you have space above that. Let's not forget that the space above this is for the turning of the lining piece, the material piece. So I'm just going ahead to secure my boning on both sides. It's actually very easy. Go ahead and do that to yours. Alright guys, after I've done this is what I have, okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and do the same thing to the other side. And after I've done that, this is what I have. This is what it's looking like from the inside. I'll be using my tailor's hand to press this. Do not iron this flat, okay? So I'm also going to do the same red line boning on all other seams that we have created, okay? I also do one across the middle point. And this is what I have for the boning cage of my lining piece. Majority of the work is done here. So the next thing I did was also bone my lining pieces of the back. I used a black boning so it's not really visible. So just go ahead and do that according to your seams. So I'm going to be working on the boning cage of my front piece at this point. So for the boning cage of my front piece, it's not going to be at the back, rather it's going to be on the surface. So for this, I'm just going to be using my chalk to mark out the different boning lines, okay? So the first one is going to be along the seam lines which we have created, okay? So I'm marking that all the way down. So the seam lines are whatever two pieces that you've joined together, you're going to be having a boning cut across those points, okay? So I'm starting with my sides and I'm going to be doing the next one, the one that is around my nipple to nipple. Okay, so I'm just cutting across that point. The boning channel is going to run across that point, but I'm not going to be able to mark all the way through because of the shape of the cup, but a boning channel is going to cut across that point. And then at my middle piece, I'm just going ahead to create 2 extra boning channels that will help me starch my wrist better. So now this is what I have about 6 of this, okay? I have about 6 boning lines here, so I'm going ahead to cut out strips of fabric, and this is what I have. So this fabric is 1.5 inches by width, and the length is just the exact length of my bodice piece, okay? I'm also using my red line boning for this, and let me show you how to sew on this. So for this red line boning, you're going to be placing it inside of this fabric which you cut out as 1.5 inches, but the red line boning is not going to start directly where your armhole starts. Remember that we need enough allowance for us to be able to turn this lining piece and the material piece inside out, okay? Just make sure it's not starting where your main bodice piece is starting, so you can turn this inside out. I do hope you get. So now you're going to be sewing this piece that you're holding now to the line which you have created, but very careful not to sew on top of the boning line, because if you sew on top of the boning line, it's going to be difficult for you to turn it over to the other side. So around that down part now, you're just going to cut out the boning also, leaving enough space for you to turn your material and your lining piece together inside out without the boning obstructing this, because this boning is actually strong. Okay, so after I've done that now, I'm just going to flip it, just like you can see me doing like this, to hide in the rough seams. Okay, so just going to go ahead and flip that in, and I'm going to be sewing at that edge. You're going to try your best to sew just at that edge and not outside of it or not inside of it. So let's go ahead and sew this all the way down. Alright guys, I'm just going to go ahead now and make a stitch on the other part of the boning also. So just like I've been explaining, you're going to be careful not to sew too inward or too outside. We're just going to sew exactly on the edge, exactly on the line, straight up all the way down. Okay, so now that I've done this, I'm going to be repeating the same process on all my other boning lines on this front piece. Okay, and it's going to be looking like this. But for the cup part of this front piece, that's my buste area where I have like a cup looking shape, I'm going to be very careful, just like I was to my lining piece, so this doesn't become flat. And after I've done that, this is what I have. I'm just going to be using my tailor's hammer to iron this out flat. Alright, I also went ahead to create boning channels on my back piece too. Just the same way I did to my front, I created boning channels in my back. So for my back, I created boning channels along my eyelet area. So you can see these lines along my eyelet area, okay? I just went ahead to transfer those lines to my material, and I created boning channels along that line, just like you can see. But I went ahead to leave about ½ inch at the edge, which I'm going to be using to turn this with the lining. So just go ahead and leave ½ inch at the edge just to turn this with the lining. After I've done that now, I'm going to be placing this together, right sides facing each other. I'm going to be placing both sides to the front piece, and I'm going to be sewing that on ½ inch. I always try to double stitch at this point so it becomes firm. So after I've done that, this is what I have. I just went ahead to sew on ½ inch on both sides of this. So if you want sleeves to this is the process you're going to be using. For this, I'm actually using drape sleeves. Okay, I'm using drape sleeves. So I just went ahead to cut out a long strip of fabric of no particular length. You can use about 20 to 20, or you can pin this down on your body later and actually figure out the measurement. So you're just going to be gathering this along your armhole line just to create a drape. Okay, you're going to be doing that on both sides. That's if you want sleeves. And after I've done that, this is what I have. Okay, so at this point, I'm not going to be joining it to the back piece yet. This is because I've not taken the measurements on my bodies. Okay, so I'm grabbing my lining piece right now, and I'm going to be placing it right sides facing each other, just like you can see me doing. I'll lay my lining piece down first, and then I'll take my material piece and I'm going to lay it just exactly above it. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead now and pin this down, piece to piece, side to side. I'm just going to pin this down all round. Alright guys, so after pinning this down, I'm just going to go ahead and sew on ½ inch all around through the neckline all the way down. I always double stitch for a greater hold. So if you're on the busty side, you may want to flesh your bustier area a little bit more. You can make use of fiber to flesh it. You can also make use of multiple layers of hairstay again, or you can just make use of another wadding. So after that, I sewed this piece all around, and I went ahead to notch the side of it, and then I am going ahead to turn this piece inside out, just like you can see me doing like this. After turning it inside out, I gave it a good press just so it can be better defined. I haven't completed my sleeves yet because I want to pin this down on my body to complete it. So to complete the base of the sleeve, I just went ahead to iron it down, pin it down, and then I trimmed off the excess. All right, so this is what I have. I measured all around it, and then I also cut a strip of fabric that was the length which I measured, and then the width was just 1.5 inch. I'm going to be using this strip of fabric as a bias. So just like the way you normally use your bias to turn the neckline or whatever piece of your clothes, that's the way I'm going to be using this one as a bias. So if you want to pin this down, you can pin this down. You're going to sew through with it 1/2 inch all the way to the edge. After you've done, you're going to fold it in twice, just like you can see me doing like this, to hem this in. Alright guys, after I've gone ahead to do that in mind, this is what I have. So do not be confused, it's just the same thing you do with your bias, okay? So this is what I did to the edge of this fabric, and it's going to be looking very neat if you do it very well. I just went ahead to complete my sleeves. I pinned out my body to be sure of where I wanted this to be, and I'm just going to go ahead and weave that in. So along the side seams, I created another boning channel, okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and break the boning, or at least bend it a bit, okay, so it can give the waistline a better definition. Just go ahead and do that to yours, and I'm going to create eyelets at the back piece of this overbust corset. So around my underbust area too, I'm also going to bend my boning just so it can have a better look, and this is what I have. So you can either choose to do this overbust corset with whatever type of sleeve you have in mind, and this is what I have for mine. So if I want to wear this to my sleeves, I'll just wear it like this, and if I want to take it off, I can take it off. So basically this is what I have. I do hope you found this tutorial very helpful. Thank you for sticking to the end. Do want to leave a like for me and so much think about it in the comment section. Also subscribe to this channel so you can get notified about my next video, and I'll be seeing you guys. Bye.